42 prestige remaining. Viking champions are very good in combat. Yeah, they are. Champions? I think you mean the safety helmet. That's true. I'll try and merge forces again, unfortunately. Your glory is widely known. Damn right it is. Exalted among men. Alright, we'll stay here on a ponder. Regain some strength. You're going to try and cross, and I'm not going to let you. And I'm in charge, that's fine. Okay, 2,000 against 2,000. This time I've got the flatland. Your bush hunters are no good here. This is on my terms. Mine! Even if that advantage is absolutely horrific. Unreformed pagan combat advantage. Why aren't I getting that? I'm also unreformed pagan. Commander martial skill. My commander is actually better than theirs. They just have the chivalry bonuses and I don't. Because I've switched away. Boom. 100%. Suck it. You owe me 107 ducats. You're going to pay me prestige. And their factions gain discontent. I gain 10 prestige for this? Seriously? 10? Yep. 10. I mean, I get 107 ducats, which is nice, but 10 prestige? For this glorious history-defining victory? Greetings, Jarl Mordred of Igboland. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I know when I am defeated, it seems I am left with no choice but to comply with your demands. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's a trade to known territory. Oh yes it is. Nupe is actually theirs. Which is why I think the next target that we go for is probably going to be that. Because I need to make sure I control these river crossings clearly. And we do have a bunch of prisoners. You're quite wealthy. 100 ducats, go on then. You're worth 50. You're not a great fighter, so you can go. Adua, you can go. Chimeka, you can go. Maljan. Can't afford it, otherwise you can go. And Nana can definitely go. Okay, so if they do that again, mercenaries. So many mercenaries. Let's have a feast to celebrate. Send out the invitations. Call to arms. Can I have my feast first, please? Let's see. Fighting against you and you. You have a lot less troops than I do. And this is another source of prestige if I join this. Ooh, that civil war? I do believe it is. They lied. They have a lot more troops than I realised. Fine. Raise the armies! What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the wife. Cheers, wifey. Stream down. Okay. Let me just save. Oh, it's working again? Hello? You see me? Okay, I'm glad I didn't stop the stream then. Okay, cool. I'll give that a second to go. Wasn't me for a change. I have no dropped frames. My frame rate was perfect. I did think it might have been me because the internet did actually go down while I was having my dinner. I was just like, I'm having my dinner, so this was good timing. But since then, it worked. Right, so what did you miss? I don't know, but we got called into another war. We're defending our guys up here in Garume, which, if you will remember, we married. Oh, no we didn't. Who the hell did we marry? Oh, we married your brother. Ah, okay. But we're still going to convert him. And you've now unfortunately had children. Yeah, and you have an heir. Okay. So we're currently defending these guys up there. I could have called them into my war. That would have really distracted Horseland. Never mind. Also, Horseland's a kingdom. So, we have been called into this fight. It is a civil war. They're currently claiming the chieftain of Bornu. And apparently this has just escalated massively. They've called me in. This is an opportunity to get some more prestige, because the more I contribute, the more prestige I earn, plus all the battles and stuff like that. So this should just be an easy way of increasing it. Yes, I've done a great job, haven't I? This feast has been fantastic, even though I'm not currently there. Whitey has come of age, so you are going to need to get married. So you are learning. We need... Oh, no, not matrilineal. We need to sort this by maximum age. So, Monisa Tanmak. Stubborn, paranoid, diligent. Decent learning. Not a huge amount of everything else. I'd kind of like to have a learning fighting person, although I must say Kona, gregarious, compassionate, and generous sounds like a great choice. Relatively middling stats and everything, but this is sorted by some of all skills. And she is second overall. Kona it is. Marrying beneath my station a little, but so be it. So, you need to make sure that you get... Oh, you're a chiefess! No, you're not. You're unlanded. You're in Kefi. I can't control you because you're in Kefi. Which is weird, because I should be able to demand your conversion. So where is that? Because you're in my realm. You're married to my vassal. Weird. Okay, so these guys are just hostile. They're not actually at war with me. So I don't know why they're hostile. So we're going to march up to here. We're going to wait until they've bypassed us. I'm going to make sure that I'm in charge. And we're going to come in behind them and go up there. We will actually take some attrition from this. Our friendly armies just died. There is a hell of a battle going on here. This seems all rather chaotic to me. But I am coming in with a pretty large force, so hopefully we can prove to be decisive and throw off our opponents. and earn the prestige which I am now owed. Like so. I can invite champions once more. That sounds like a great plan to me. Make it happen. And then we're going to switch to the siege general. Oh, we don't have him anymore. Well, Wibble. Alright, I'll just stay in charge myself. That feast was worth 150 bush wars, yeah. Thankfully it did give us a bunch of piety. Sorry, prestige, not piety. Betrothed can marry. Saga of Telemark gets 1,000? From Eric? Oh, he's housed Jute. He's the son of the Earl of Yearland. Which is Eric Bloodaxe, I think, right? No, Yaldum is not the king. This is who I thought it was Sigurd. Sigurd Snake in the Eye is still around? Iron thingy isn't, though. Speaking of which, how are we doing for technology? So we now have a level 10 tech guy rather than a level 2. So hopefully Norse culture techs can, you know, speed it up a bit. We do have an advantage on the African technologies. We are ahead of them. Quilted armor, mustering grounds and barracks already exist for us and currency. No catapults yet, though. Alright, Mats, you can be recruited to the court. 3 ducats, heck yeah. I accept. A berserker and a hunter. Nice. My contribution 100%. So I should be earning all of the prestige that I am promised. Feast is worth about 15 defensive wars and prestige. Yeah, seems balanced. Yeah, that war I think just gave out far too little prestige. Especially considering what I was up against. Like, the battles themselves probably paid. Although that one didn't pay very much. But we are getting a little bit from that, at least paying for this. Faction created against me. Hold on. Newbury populists and peasant rabble. Okay. It's not actually supported by anyone. Frody has arrived. Hello, Frody. Welcome to the team. Legendary Blade Master, 29 prestige. How many people are we at war with here? Oh, we hadn't actually taken this province yet. Alright, so I'm just going to head back into here. Because you should end this war, then I can just disband straight away. And we can also check our prisoners, and we should also check court physician. I do wish there was a pop-up saying, hey, you don't have a court physician, you should probably have one. I really wish there was a thing saying, these suggestions are nice, please turn them into pop-ups. Just a little checkbox or something, like turn into pop-up. Evanthia. You are the genius. You're a content planner. You would be just fine as the court physician. There we are. Okay, so who can we ransom off? A couple of people. And there's the victory. $10. I carried this entire battle. You owe me 150. There's a bug here. War contribution, 100%. That denotes how much of the 150 you're supposed to get. And I was called in, and the price was 150. So I should have got 150. Well, that was hardly worth fighting. Ah, right, you're still improving commanders. Let's put you back on control. And you, culture convert Idoma. These defensive wars have been worthless. Yeah, they really have. That wasn't even a defensive war, that was offensive. That was Gurumen trying to take Bornu, which he did. He owns both now. And Bornu is a development 5. Actually, your capital is a development 6. Man, the territories up there are so much richer than what I have. And I'm like, yes, I have a development... Oh no, hang on, are you 4 now? No, you're 2. You're a 1. Yeah, as I was saying, development 1. Alright, professional workforce. Now, let's go hunting. Pay off some money, convert it into prestige. Seems like a good plan to me. The noise from the others faded away by the time the champion Amanchukwu and I stalk up to the heart. We're almost within striking distance when he whispers to me, "Now that we are finally by ourselves, there is something you need to know about Chidabear, the treacherous villain spymaster." Ah, but you're content. No time for chat. I'm going for the deer. Huzzah! Oh, Whitey must have been captured by someone? I don't know why he was not in the Chancellor position, but that's fine. We can easily put him there. Prisoners. You any good at fighting? Not really. I should have been getting these guys to convert. We return home reinvigorated. Gain a bunch more prestige, and now we have 900 again. Should have kept you. You're a good fighter. Try and sway him. Get him to join us. And we have a guest. You can't really help me. Do we have anyone else that needs to be converted? No. How's succession looking? It's looking fine. Maybe there's something screwed up with the different religious groups, but unreformed pagans fighting each other. Remember, you don't have unreformed pagan bonus in one of those defensive war battles. Yeah, it's because I wasn't fighting in my own territory. Or it might be their religion gets the unreformed pagan bonus, and mine doesn't. That's actually something we can check. Let's name this kid first of all. To Chadron. May you grow to be strong and wise. And Cole has joined us. Welcome to the team, Cole. Seeing as I can now have 18 champions, I've still only got 15. We need many, many more. And Canham has actually just gobbled up a bunch more of the territories. So, you have a truce with me, but I don't have a truce with you. So I could try and take Noop from you. I'm going to wait until I've actually got my full complement of soldiers. And then Noop is the war goal, so we'll be fighting over that. Can I reform without holy sites? No. So what the intention here is if I get a character who looks like they would be able to reform, so if they get like 10,000 piety, then I would cheat myself the territories, reform, then give the land back again. I just don't want to do it until I'm actually able to theoretically do it, and also kind of watching to see what happens here, because also true is spreading. We've taken over a large chunk of Germany already. And if someone manages to unite all of that, for example Sweden or Krusedia, all it needs is one ruler to take 3 nodes. So in fact, if Sweden took Copenhagen and Trondelag, that would work. I could conquer the duchy, but that costs more prestige to do. How many troops do we have? 2,600 out of the 3,600. So we need to let it reinforce a bit more. And 300 prestige total from the hunt. Yeah, I hope the 10 prestige from wars is a bug, because a hunt is not that amazing. I mean, you're not fighting dragons, are you? I don't know. Am I? Speaking of dragons, there is a game of Dungeons & Dragons coming up this Sunday here on twitch.tv/Mordred Viking. I am DMing it myself, so I am the boss man. I will be setting the rules and also telling the story, and generally making a nuisance of myself. Not really, I don't believe in antagonistic DMs. I'm very much there to help the story along and let the players tell the story that they want to tell. We reached our funding goal, so all of the players right now are working on getting character portraits sorted out so we can do those. We are also in the process of uploading or posting a little blurb about each of the characters, so you kind of know what to explain, so you kind of know what to expect when we start on Sunday. So that's going to be at 11:59 p.m. Sunday evening, going into Monday morning. GMT for some Dungeons & Dragons. That is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. So for the Americans, rather easier to get. For the Europeans, I get it. That's going to be late. It's going to be difficult. But we will be uploading it onto YouTube as well. You reached the funding goal. Yes, I did, 0G. And thanks again. I appreciate that. But if you don't grind your players' interface, then what's the purpose of there being a DM? I mean, if they make something really, really stupid, and they make a stupid decision, then the grinding will commence. But I like to think I'm at least fair about how I grind them into paste. If it's their own decision, sure. If it's just random happenstance, A good DM is fair but firm. Yeah, exactly. So I do hope that you guys will come and join us for that, because I'm super excited. I know the players are super excited. This should be a good show. Tyler 02425686228. Thank you very much for the follow. Junsei 2500 Luca and Riley Wickcyber. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. I am widely known for my dedication to the faith. I am exalted among men and a paragon of virtue. but I'm also 51. I'm still in fine health, though. This is Icewind Dale. I wish I had the time to run homebrew. What I'm thinking of is if this series does well enough that I can make it into a consistent story, so if we get enough viewers, then I will probably dedicate more time to creating a homebrew setting and run a homebrew game. But this one's going to be Icewind Dale, just because it's a heck of a lot easier when it comes to prep time. Can I show the difference between footmen and horsemen? Would you like me to show you the difference between footmen and archers, Mike, or footmen and horsemen? Or do you just want me to show you footmen? Unsurprisingly, the difference between footmen and horsemen is horsemen are very good at chasing people down. They have a high pursuit and screening, which means that they're good at protecting their own forces when they're retreating. Whereas footmen are more about fighting. Also, do you want to know the difference between light foot and heavy foot? Because there's some big differences there too. As a general overview, Lightfoot are kind of auxiliary forces. Their main purpose is they counter heavy foot. And they're just versatile. They have okay attack. They have okay defense. They provide a little bit of a screen and a little bit of pursuit. The other useful thing about them is they are the only unit, except for the specialized units, that have a bonus in jungle. I think possibly in tiger as well. So jungle and tiger, light footmen are great, which is actually this area. We are in the jungle. Unfortunately, the bushmasters are better, and they counter light footmen. So bush hunters are the Nigerian African special unit, which we don't have access to because we're Vikings. But archers generally have really high attack, terrible defense, and a tiny bit of a... Oh no, the screen's because of my strategist's skill. So they're mostly about damage. They have a bonus in tiger, in forest, and in hills. Light horsemen are mostly there to do charges and chase people down. They have a decent attack, decent defense, but they are mostly because of their pursuit and screening. So they can defend your own forces if you're withdrawing, and they can also obliterate enemy forces. They have a big bonus in the plains and also in drylands. However, they have a penalty in hills, mountains, desert mountains, and wetlands. Pikemen are anti-cavalry, both light and heavy. Heavies aren't available yet. They are a late game unit. Pikemen have good defenses. They are one of the most defensive units in the game, and okay attack. I mean, my attack is probably so high because I've been developing my domain quite heavily with mustering grounds. Then finally we have the armoured footmen, who are great in attack. They're pretty tanky, pretty tough, but they're expensive. And unfortunately they're countered by light footmen, who are the cheapest unit in the game. So even though they have 44 attack here, if they're countered by enough light footmen, their attack is actually 4.4%. So it's kind of, why would you use these if you're in an area that uses lots of light foot? I mean, we're in an area which uses a lot of bowmen, so they might be quite good for that. They also have no terrain penalties or modifiers at all. No bonuses, no disadvantages. And eventually we can get Huskarls, which are our special unit. We get that in the early Middle Ages when we get herds. And then Huskarls are good because they have a bonus in tiger and in forest, neither of which are near us. They also are freaking devastating in combat. They have an absolutely enormous damage stat. Actually, they're quite good on screening. I'd forgotten about that. So they're less likely to die as well if they have to withdraw, which I guess allows for hit-and-run tactics. Any possibilities for viewers to play a game of D&D with you? Probably not. Simply because it's really long term. It takes a massive amount of prep work to get D&D games going. I'm not a massive fan of single shots. I always want that feeling of longevity. I want that feeling of progression, which a one shot doesn't really do.